Hi everybody, it's Sarah. I'm here today to talk about Rainbow Rowell, who's my assigned author. Rainbow Rowell is a well-known young adult author, and she's written, I'd say I want to say 6 books, 2 graphic novels, and 2 short stories that I know of. She's well known for her books, Eleanor and Park, that's won her the most awards. Um, and the 2 that I read by her were Attachments, which was her first novel published in 2011. It was published when she was working as a ad copyright. So this is kind of loosely, I wouldn't say it's loosely based off of, but it kind of reflects her experiences in that office. In this, you've got Beth, who is a journalist, and you have Lincoln, who works in IT. Beth sees this cute guy around the office and falls in love instantly. He's cute, he's kind to her best friend. She's never met him, doesn't know his name, but she knows that he's a hottie. Then you've got Lincoln. Lincoln really tells most of the story. It's written from his perspective, and then you've also got emails between Beth and her best friend Jennifer. Now, Lincoln really, he's kind of like me. He's in his mid to late 20s. He is only really good at school. He is basically working security in the IT department, reading these emails, and he's in charge of catching things that get flagged. If it's inappropriate language, an inappropriate topic, he's in charge of reading all those emails to make sure there's nothing that is endangering the workplace. So he's reading through Beth and Jennifer's emails, and he's kind of a loner. But as he's reading these emails and slowly getting to know these girls through their words, he really starts to fall for Beth. And he sees them as his friends. And that's kind of rough because they've never spoken. He doesn't know what she looks like. And how creepy would that be, meeting somebody who has been reading your emails for the past 6 months? You know, reading stuff about your relationship, your family, stuff about your period, weird stuff. And that's all really intimate for a stranger to know. So I won't tell you how it ends or if they end up getting together, but if you'd like to read the story of Beth and Lincoln, you can pick up Attachments. It's really not a long read. It really goes by really quickly. I really enjoyed it, and I felt like it was a good young adult novel for an older audience. They're definitely in their mid to late 20s. They're definitely starting to settle down. I wouldn't necessarily recommend this for a middle schooler, but definitely a high schooler could read this and still enjoy it. Now, something that's more on a younger level is the Carry On series, and this is one that she's still working on. Carry On tells the story of Simon Snow. Simon Snow is sort of the worst Harry Potter you could ever meet. He's in his last year of mage school, so he's still learning magic, just like Hogwarts. But he's the chosen one that sucks at magic. And basically, he and his friends and his roommate Baz all work together to defeat what they call the Humdrum, which is the evil of their world. It's more of an adventure book. It's definitely something I would recommend for middle to high schoolers, probably on the high school end, because there is some language, there is some, kissing and that sort of thing, nothing out of normal. This has been considered kind of a controversial book, and we'll talk a little bit more about that, but because the 2 male characters, Simon Snow and Baz, end up in a homosexual relationship. So if that's something that your classroom's parents would not be cool with, you may not want to introduce this, but I'd recommend this as a read definitely. It's very fun, it's very hilarious, there's lots of laugh out loud parts, and she does have a sequel to this, and she's coming out with a 3rd final book from what I understand. Another book that she has written is called Eleanor and Park. Eleanor and Park was known for its controversy because there was a high school system that tried to have it removed from the shelves. They had this entire meet and greet planned for Rainbow Rowell to come to the school and to read to the kids and for them to be able to meet her and talk with her. And a couple of parents read the book and they didn't like the language, they didn't like some of the content, and they tried to have it removed from the shelves. It was challenged. So far, though, it has not been removed from any shelves, much like John Green's Looking for Alaska. It's stuff that I think is very on par with what kids are experiencing today. So I don't think it's inappropriate at all, but there have been some questions from parents. So you may need to send home some information if you decide you want to introduce that into your classroom. But as a personal read, it is great. Rainbow Rowell has won several awards. She's been on the New York Times list. She's won Goodreads Best Novels. She's got a list a mile long, but I'll let you see that on the PowerPoint that I've also posted. Thanks so much for listening to me talk. If you're interested in Rainbow Rowell, you can find her pretty much anywhere. She's on Amazon. Give her a try.